I'm Ms. Surface. I'm one of the assistant principals at Western High School, and I'm in charge of the PASS program. It's Pioneer Academic Success Strategies. That's a program we put into place this year because we were concerned with the number of detentions, we were concerned with the number of students not doing homework, we were concerned with students who just weren't getting concepts and needed some assistance with some reteaching. And so those are the three parts of our PASS program. It's been very successful so far. We haven't had any negative feedback. In fact, most of the feedback has been positive from students as well as parents and staff. The detention program runs after school. We round up students for all three programs during SSR, our reading period. And during that time, we have students excused from their sixth period classes by their sixth period teachers. They then go to various locations on campus. There's really two locations that we centralize students to, one for detention and then one for remediation in the homework center. The homework center really is turning out to be the bulk of our turnout at this point. The other day, for example, we had almost 300 students turn out for homework center, and the homework center can range from anything from students who have missed assignments, students who didn't complete assignments, or they didn't complete it satisfactorily, and so their teachers referred to them to the homework center to redo it or recomplete it in order to get a better grade. And that's also been an agreement amongst the departments that they've allowed students to get more credit for an assignment if they have gone to the PASS program. Through the remediation as well, or reteaching, we call it both, the students are also given an opportunity to retake a test if that's what they've been referred for. And various departments have different ways that they're doing the reteaching. We've kind of let each department decide how they're going to do it. Students can be referred for reteaching because a student is not getting a concept or a standard. So the teachers feel like, okay, this student is just not getting 3.2 of the standards and we're going to send them to reteaching. And so since, for example, all of our algebra classes are pretty much on the same page, they go to reteaching and they get a lesson. They get an actual lesson on the reteaching day. Whereas, for example, English, some of the English teachers I've seen have referred students for reteaching when they needed to give them more instruction on an essay, or perhaps they were having a quiz the next day. For example, we have some teachers doing affixes and they do affix quizzes, and so they've been sending students for study time. Detention Center is working fairly well. We're trying to do some pull-out for detention so that we can do some small group intervention and really talk to students about why it is that they're in detention. And address that so that hopefully we can reach students, and if they have other needs that are not being met on campus, whether they need counseling, they need some sort of support, we can provide it because we're talking to the students and finding out what it is that's the problem. Our motto for the program is no excuse for failure. And at the beginning of the school year, we met with every single student and we discussed kind of some of the expectations for students. And that was one of the things that we really tried to drive home, is that there really is no excuse for failure. We have all these opportunities for students to be successful. And in this time of budget crisis, where we don't have summer school, we don't have after school classes, we don't have opportunities for students to redo things, we want them to do it right the first time, and really it's been a nice impetus for us to really push us to think outside the box and figure out, okay, how can we make sure that our kids are not failing and that we're not failing our kids? And so this has been a really great program for that, and we are not providing excuses for failure in any respect. And when students come up with, well, I can't do this or I can't do that, we're working through it. We call the parents and we talk to everybody so that everyone's on the same page and we're communicating. It's been a nice program in that it's increased our communication with parents, with students, and it's increased our ability to provide support for students. So, no excuse for failures.